What would your 13-year-old self think of you now? You make an awful lot of money to always be broke. Mine would be, why are you so afraid to spend any money, you have so much in the bank. So much in the perspective of 13-year-old me, so over like $200. I used to think $50 was a king's ransom. To be completely fair to my 13-year-old self, $50 was like 2.5 Game Boy games. Now I can't even pick up a single first-party Switch game for $50. I think he'd be slightly disheartened, but not entirely disappointed. I've come a long way in some regards, and in others, I fall short of what I used to be. Perfect. This how I feel too. But you're still going to enroll in Harvard Law School later, right? Imagine having dreams. Oh crap, didn't think it'd get this many likes. Weren't you supposed to have your shit together by now? Get your poop in a group. I like this saying. I've had sex, so I imagine he'd be pretty stoked with that. Kiff, I've made it with a woman, inform the men. Lights beacons across mountain range. The beacons of Gondor are lit. Wow. I really will get older. But still wearing the same glasses. He ducking hate me. But that's fine, because one of the perks of being an adult is no longer caring what 13-year-olds think. He would think I had turned into a bad person till I had a chance to sit him down. Then we would both be sad. There's so much I wouldn't be able to explain. My younger self also wouldn't have figured out just how cruel the world can be yet. I would have to tell him that I've done the best I could, but it never gets easier, and sometimes you'll never be given a chance at all. This question comment section made me realize that I'd be way less interested in what my younger self thinks, and way more interested in trying to set reasonable expectations for his future. My parents didn't really raise me, and I grew up constantly being told that all I have to do is get a college degree and I'll be able to support a house and family with a mid-high middle class income. I always feel like I wasted so many years believing that was true, and would be so much better off today had I gone into adulthood with realistic expectations. Or if someone had just said, get a trade or mid-level healthcare job from a community college for now, you can figure out what you want to do later. That's what he'll tell my now 3-year-old when he turns 18, unless he has a burning passion for something. If someone had just believed me when I said, Therese, nothing really I want to do, it'd have a much different life, I think. I still say that. I am turning 30 this year, have worked at the same place for about 7 years now, and I am content with that. I am happy with my life. I never wanted anything other than to be content and have happiness in life. Like the song say, dreams are for those who sleep. 13-year-old me would be ducking, wildly impressed with me, and maybe that's a problem. I wanted to be a rock star so bad at 13. I've spent the last 20 years honing my skills on the bass guitar and have actually achieved a modicum of success as a musician in a regionally successful band. Like, not just playing bars, we are on the festival circuit. Some radio play. Pretty successful. Lots of hits on Spotify. But as a 36-year-old, I feel kinda like a joke. I have a career in insurance, but music is just all I want to do. I feel like people judge me for being a 36-year-old in a band. Edit, thanks for all the positive feedback, everybody. I went through all of the hundreds of replies and I don't think I saw a single negative comment. You're all too kind. I'm kind of kicking myself for not using a throwaway for this comment. I didn't expect it to get this much of a response. Unfortunately, if I share the band name, I'll basically dox myself, as someone pointed out below. I mean, my real name is right on the front page of our website and on FB and Egg. One of the things I love about Reddit is the anonymity. I promise, next post or comment I make about the band, I'll use a throwaway so you can hear the music and I can get the free plug, haha. People judge everyone for everything. Good on you for following your passion. And amazing success with it. My 13-year-old self would kick my ass for being a lazy ass and not living my dreams. I probably peaked at 13. Yeah. I waffle between exactly that and him being utterly amazed at some parts of my life. This is a perplexing question. I really don't remember 13-year-old me very well. I remember much better those who were around me and influenced who I ultimately became. But yeah, I can kinda see him saying, WTF? Really? Why? At a few life decisions I've made since then. Kids generally think I am some kind of legend, having no idea I am a loser that is terrible at all of his hobbies. Some kid sees you in motorcycle gear, they think you are a superhero or a ninja. They see you surfing, even though you are terrible at it, they think you are cool. They have no idea I am a divorced loner who hasn't been in a relationship for 10 years and lives in something less than a trailer home. 13-year-old me would see me doing everything he wanted to do growing up, but couldn't afford it or his parents wouldn't let him go. Couldn't afford going to the Boy Scouts, but was later on attached to the Cavalry Scouts. See? You still don't know what you're doing. Adults are really just children with experience. Is that why a lot of us are still waiting for a grown-up to help even though we're 35 and have children? That level of burnt-out self-loathing happened faster than we expected, but it makes sense. At least I still have time and a chance to start over, starting next month. Edit. To all the Facebook warriors telling me to start now, yeah, I get the sentiment, I'm moving next month. I started making changes to get there last year. Nobody wants your Tumblr bullshit. Wow, if you die in 3 years, you'll be almost exactly like Dad. That took a bit of a dark turn. 13-year-old me wanted to marry this one girl since he was 10 years old. That girl is now my fiancée. Well done. Well, almost. Medium well. It's raw. Gordon? You donkey. How you know my username? Honestly, I'm not too worried about what that cynical little brat would think of me. I'm pretty sure she survived solely on hatred and apple juice, so her ability to hold a positive opinion on anything is questionable. Why do I see you everywhere on this sub? Emily posts a lot, apparently. Account is 9 days old. That's a load of karma for 9 days. One of her earlier comments got a lot of attention. It was pretty funny, so I'm not surprised it got upvoted so much. Glad you said that and I went and checked. That was pretty duck and cash. Disappointed and angry, I came out okay, but 13 Yomi had much higher expectations. The fact that I smoke weed would piss off 13 Yomi. Also that I'm not a professional hockey player, but come on. 13-year-old me would be excited to know I still smoke weed. 13-year-old me would be thrilled to know that an eighth is no longer a lot of weed to me. Though I think dabbing would have freaked him out a little. 13-year-old me would be happy to know I'm not smoking brick weed. Holy shit, when did you get tits? That would sting a bit from my 13-yo self. I'm a dude though. 13-yo me, you aren't depressed anymore? Me, I never said that. I'm just not suicidal anymore. I do, however, want to be hit by a truck. I guess she would be proud that I'm on my way of beating my eating disorder and to finally love myself after I started to hate myself since 5th grade. My 13-year-old self would be so freaking stoked at where I am in life. I have a degree in what I always wanted, I work for the Smithsonian, and am dating a tattooed bearded drummer. She would be proud of me for sure. Congratulations. I would show myself my shoe collection. She would be blown away. Disappointed. But not surprised. You're bald and overweight, how did you get such a hot wife? My answer, charm, you little duck. Yep, I know this feel. 13 me was a whiner. 30 me is fat and balding with a hot wife. Real life Peter Griffins represent. I've found my circle. I found my circle last week. Turns out it was just my stomach.